Hey everybody, welcome to the Cancer full moon reading that's going to be happening on January 17th of 2022. Of course, Cancer is ruled by the moon, so a normal moon already impacts us because, like we always say, we're water, and the moon, the tides change, our inner world changes. So with the full moon happening, just imagine the amplification of whatever emotion that you're going to be feeling around the time is going to be feeling huge. So just keep that in mind as the full moon comes in, and focus on what you want to amplify. And if you're amplifying a dark shadow emotion and you want to feel it deep. But just know that if you want to switch it up, you do have the ability to switch your focus onto a different emotion to amplify that instead. So this is what we're going to look at first, just real quick on this intro. Just the full moon in general has a cycle, not only like about every month, 28, 29 days, the moon phases from the new moon to the full moon. It also goes through this huge 6-month-ish rotation from the new moon in the sign to the full moon in the sign. So the last new moon that happened in Cancer is actually back on July 9th of 2021. So if you go back and look at what was going on around that time for you, because that energy was about new beginnings in our private life, like forward movement in our connections with people or connections with places that we hold dear. So really relationships and that home feeling, and also could have been around your self-care, because this is all about your private inner world, the Cancer sign, the moon, nurturing type energy as well. So when you're looking back and seeing what was beginning then when we look into the full moon in Cancer, then you can look at what is leaving you, it's like this culmination, whatever seeds you planted during the new moon have come to a harvest, and now you're harvesting it. Then you're like, okay, what am I wanting to remove based on my journey over the last 6 months? Because now you're going to be on the 6-month journey on your inner world from this full moon to the next new moon in Cancer this year. So this energy of the full moon in Cancer can bring these feelings as if things are being resolved, or you're receiving revelations of the emotionally hidden, because the moon energy does help us get into the subconscious, the unconscious, kind of step behind the veil. So you might also have these feelings as soon as those revelations come in, because it is bringing you this inner conclusion, this inner resolution. So you might feel like, okay, I get it, all is well, or you feel at least that it soon will be. So for this reading today, for each of the zodiac signs, we're going to be looking at what emotions are you ready to let go of? What emotional waters are you ready to travel on now that you've made this journey halfway? So we're going to go ahead and jump into your specific reading right now. All right, all my Cancer signs, this is your Cancer full moon reading. Of course, you understand completely this energy that's coming in because it is your sign of which this full moon is amplifying. And so we're going to take a look here and see what emotions are you ready to let go of. And we're going to start off with these Ancestral Path Tarot, just to see overall what the Creator wants you to know. And we'll dig in a little deeper, of course. So for our Cancer signs, what would you like them to know? Okay. So right here. Oh, of course you get two. Of course. Yep, you have the Tower. Don't be afraid of this. And then you also have the Moon, which, like I mentioned in the introductory, this is what rules your sign. So, yeah, I love this because the moon is everything I talked about with that nurturing and this beautiful moon energy coming in. And the Tower is about things that are being removed for you and realizing that it's happening for you, and it's not happening to you. So the message around the Tower, and I really feel like the message for you before I talk about the Tower card is that you are embracing the letting go of emotions, the letting go of things that no longer serve you, letting go of the emotions that no longer serve you. So you're going through this beautiful transformation, but you're embracing it instead of resisting it during this time. Because the Tower has this story that Spirit has connected, and it's very connected with the Wheel of Fortune card, because the Wheel of Fortune card for me is about, before you coming down here, your higher self, your soul chose that this is the little character you're going to play in this lifetime. This is when you enter the game. This is when you're leaving the game. And here's all these fated events you want to experience as you go through this human life. And within each of those circumstances, you still have the power to choose what story you apply to that circumstance and what emotion you are going to feel through that experience. So that's where this beautiful awareness comes in, that you're not on this out of control drama train that's about to leap off the tracks and dramatically explode as it falls dramatically into a gorge. Instead, it's more like the monorail in Disney World or Disneyland, where it's attached to the track and it doesn't fly off. It just moves along smoothly, having all its stops as it goes, and it's happening for you. And you move from this place of feeling like life is happening to you and you're a victim, to life is happening for you and you're a victor, because it is all designed for you. Where the Tower comes in is the Tower has been involved in these fated events going on, and so the Tower represents this thing in your life that's been happening for you on purpose, for a purpose, whether it's a relationship of some kind, romantic, family, friends, work, whatever, or it's a situational type of thing that's been in your life, like a job or education, some sort of circumstance there, or it's something that's been in your life, whether it's your body or a possession or a bank account kind of thing. But in order for you to experience these other fated events, the Tower needs to be removed. And so that's what this is about, is accepting the removal of that item. The great thing, though, here with the Moon, too, is that if you are in tune with Spirit and you're on that frequency of unconditional love and joy and laughter and peace, instead of the fear, chaotic noise of the world, if you're taking time out to connect with your beautiful Moon energy and your emotions and listening to Spirit, you'll overhear the countdown to this lightning bolt that's going to hit this Tower. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So you can avoid the shock treatment of the lightning bolt hitting the Tower by, when you hear the 5, 4, 3, 2, or 1, you can actually leap out of the Tower instead of get blasted out of the Tower, meaning you can remove this a little earlier if you wish. Because if you feel you had your experience up to this point, you can do it. But just an FYI, most of us like the shock treatment of the lightning bolt. We want to experience everything up to the last possible second, because this is the drop dead moment that it has to be removed for us to experience the others. So that's what this Tower is about. It is about embracing that experience throughout these 3 weeks coming up especially. But I really feel like, because these are 2 major arcana cards, these are not just about the 3 weeks, but this is about an emotional change that you are really bringing into your beingness, not like it's only for like a 3-week period. This is going to be like impacting you for the rest of your life. So it's great, because this is like this ability to accept that life is happening for you is huge. We're also going to pull cards here from the Naked Heart Tarot. And this is just going to be representing what they want you to know specifically for these 3 weeks coming up around the full moon. The week before, the week after, and the second week after the full moon. All right, so for our beautiful Cancer signs for the week before, okay, the full moon. Okay. Yep. Figured you were going to have a few. And then the week after, so the full moon hits, and then you have the week after the full moon. Okay. Okay, and then the second week after. Oh my gosh. Yep, I feel like it's those two. I figured you're going to have this, and yeah, you've got the Ace of Wands coming in here. Wands is your drive, your ambition, your passion, your aha inspiration, and your spiritual energy. So this Ace is a gift that's being brought to you because this is a new focus, a new passion, a new emotional awareness too. So definitely this is right on target with you because you're already, this is your realm. You know, all these emotions that we're dealing with, you swam in them, you've been in them forever. They're not nothing new. The moon energy, this is your friend, so this is not a surprise. This is not anything new. Yeah. Because you have the Ace of Wands, then you have the Spirit of Wands, which would be the King of Wands. So you have from the beginning to the end of your spiritual energy, of this passion, of this new spark coming in. So this does allow you, and I really feel like this thing that's going to be removed out of your life, or that you're hearing the countdown of the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 during this period, that because you're embracing it, that it opens up and allows you to focus this beautiful energy into a new passion, into a new direction, because this thing that's being removed is going to be opening it up for you, and you're embracing it. So it's not like this, like you're dragging, going, no, you're like, okay, you're just going along with it. You're allowing it to take you, and you are embracing it instead of resisting it. Yeah, okay, Ten of Pentacles. So Pentacles are your outside world. The Ten of Pentacles is about feeling abundance, wholeness, completeness. So yeah, this is that embracing of it, looking at whatever's happening as this beautiful, abundant thing happening in your life, rather than it's something being taken away. This is saying that you are really embracing that it's happening for you instead of not. An example, this is a general reading, so this is not for everyone, but the example that's popping into my brain is like you're being in a toxic job or a relationship of some kind, because a job is a relationship. We have a relationship with our career or our job. And so that can be a toxic relationship, just like with a human. And let's say that you're afraid to leave it because you don't think you'll find another job, or you're afraid, what will people think? Or you're afraid of, I don't want to leave because I don't want to leave them in a bad position. I don't want to hurt their feelings by leaving and find another job because I've been with them and they need me. So, that can be a job or a relationship, right? So you're afraid to let go, but then all of a sudden they're like, you know what? We don't want you anymore. We're downsizing. We have to let you go. Or I don't want to be with you anymore. I just can't take it anymore. I'm breaking up with you. And though we had these fears, like I said before, of, well, I don't want to do it because of all that. Now that you're free of it, you're like, woohoo! And you're embracing it and moving, to this new level in your life because of it. Which brings you into the full moon happens, and then you have the week after the full moon, and you got the Seven of Pentacles. So you have Pentacles as the outside world, and this is kind of like this change and patience. There's like two messages, and so whichever one or both resonate with you is, because again, the Pentacles is the outside world, and this represents one, that you're seeing fruit grow, but it does take time for things to unfold in the outside world. You have a lot of inside world stuff going on with your embracing of things, but the outside world does take a little bit of time to catch up to what's going on the inside. But the other message here, which I think is more for more of you, is that the Seven of Pentacles represents, let's say you planted orange trees and you're watching it grow and you're seeing some of the oranges starting to sprout, and you're like, you know what? I really don't like oranges. I wanted apples, or I wanted blueberries, or I wanted to grow potatoes. You wanted to grow something else. And so during this little opportunity of this change, you're like, you know what? I've always been an orange growing business, but I don't even like orange juice or oranges or any of that. I want to do something different. And this is this opportunity to reflect with these changes happening that you want to go in a different direction as well. Yeah, because here's the Eight of Pentacles. And Eight of Pentacles is about, like, let's say you've been an apprentice, you've been in school, you've been learning something, and you've been, putting all this beautiful productivity out. You've been creating amazing things, but you've been more feeling like an assistant. You've been feeling like an apprentice, like you're not a master of something. And this is like, yes, this is the time to focus on mastering it, because you are ready for this next level. You are ready to graduate. You're ready to up your game. You're ready to move from apprentice to master, from assistant to manager, from being in school to graduating, or whatever it might be. And if it's relationship, you're ready for that next step in a relationship. You're ready to step it up because you've learned so much, and you're with this reflection too, you're able to see how much you've learned and how much you have to offer. And so this is a beautiful awareness that comes during this week after the full moon, which then takes you into the second week after the full moon, right before the next new moon. Yep, and you've got your death and rebirth. So you are so ready to let that thing go. This tower thing is probably going to happen this third week. Either you are choosing that 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to leap out of it, or it's being removed for you, and the finalization happens where you are parting from it, and you're like, okay, I'm ready to let it go. I am, whether you need to mourn that it's ending, but you are ready for the new beginning, because this is the ending, and then comes the new beginning. And here's the Five of Cups. Cups are your emotions. This is your water element, so you are okay with all of this. And normally you'll see the Five of Cups, like 3 of them will be spilt and 2 of them will be behind the person. And like I mentioned, the importance of this card for this, like I mentioned, is the importance to I don't know why to cry over the spilt milk. It's okay. Cry over the spilt milk, cry over the spilt cups, cry over and mourn the thing that's ending. Feel it, don't resist it, let it flow through it, and then you're able to move forward, because the 2 cups that are remaining beside you or behind you, those represent the 2 of you. One of the cups is your human character, this human that lives this shadowy experience with the influence of fight or flight mode and all those expectations and all those fears of the should be, supposed to be, need to be, have to be. But the other cup is the king. It's like what the King of Cups offers, which is the Holy Grail. It's the Ace of Cups. It's the chalice, and it's full of the delicious, stable, unconditional love of the creator of all things, the whole realm on the other side. And the 3 of Cups represent relationships and situations and things that disappointed you in the world. And this beautiful 2 of Cups shows that the cup of your human side has been feeling empty because the outside world stuff can't fill it up. But your higher self, that spiritual world, is what you use to fill up that, and then you fill up and then overflow out to the world. And so there is this huge 2022 is all about the you times 2, which I actually have a video series coming out, which I probably will have it linked somewhere. But this is about discovering your higher self, allowing yourself to be full of that emotions and really connecting, which is totally up your alley. You are the huge emotional being out of the zodiac, because you are ruled by the moon, and the moon is all about our emotions, about the mother Luna feeling that nurturing. So you definitely understand how you can nurture yourself and so easily connect to the spiritual realm, where you're going to find this new passion, because really, when you have been living your life, living other people's dreams, trying to, those Three of Cups is, well, this is what it means to be successful. This type of relationship, this type of job or education or situation, this type of body or finances or possessions, they have disappointed you and left you feeling empty. But as you're connecting and allowing those things to leave you, you're really understanding and connecting with how do you uniquely want to share your unconditional love with the world. And this new passion is coming in. It's allowing you to connect to your higher self, connect to your true passions, questioning what it is you want to do, putting action behind it, letting go of what's no longer serving you, and embracing this higher self that you are, so that you can just allow this beautiful, beautiful love to flow out of you in your own unique, special way. So definitely this flood and beautiful flood of emotion that's going to be happening for you during these 3 weeks is going to be life-changing for you, because like I said, with these 2 major arcana being the major energies of this 3 weeks for you, this is a life-changing thing. It's not just a temporary 3-week, okay, I get it, I'll let go, blah, blah. It's you allowing yourself to let go of so much emotional stuff, so much emotional energy from your life, because you're ready for this newness that's coming in. So I love it, I love it, I love it. All right, I'm going to leave the reading there. I just always like to let you know that in addition to these readings, I also do monthly readings by each zodiac sign, weekly energy updates for each of the signs of the elements, so like water signs, fire signs, etc., and some other videos throughout the months. So if you don't want to miss out on any of those and get notified immediately when they become available, if you haven't done so already, just click the subscribe button down below. That makes the notification bell pop up, and then you can select to be notified immediately. Also, if you are enjoying these readings and want to help share the love, if you give this video a little thumbs up and click that like button, that just helps the mighty YouTube algorithm share the video with other people, as well as like a recommended video. So never ending expectations for you to do so. But if you so choose to do that, I definitely appreciate it. So, all right, all my beautiful Cancer signs, just know as you're going throughout this 3-week beautiful period, and actually every day, every second of your life, you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing full moon experience, and I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon. But until then, you take care.